reporting on the games you love by people who love to game. The MMO Reporter Network.
Let's see now. 12 paces north, because I've been married 12 times. Wait, does this count? I don't know about it. How'd you escape my clutches? You're one slippery eel, I'll give you that. Ye weren't me type anyway. Not like me Connie. Well, she weren't exactly me type either. Not like me Trista. Now that one could cook, but then she'd go sharing her biscuits all around town while I was out at sea. There was me Heather, poor sweet Heather, blown overboard in that storm. Help me, please help me. Help me.
Happiness mode engaged.
Hello.
Welcome.
Ready for action.
Happy to meet you, hero.
Glad to have you with us. You'll find everything you need here.
Hail, traveler.
Wake up, you motherless ends. It's time to go.
I'd offer the traditional pirate's greeting, but your spleen is better unperforated.
You're listening to Guild Wars Reporter on the MMO Reporter Network, brought to you by Audible.com. Get a free audiobook download at audibletrial.com/MMOReporter and by Doghouse Systems. Choose your weapon at doghousesystems.com.
Hello and welcome to episode 199, the one before episode 200. Next week, I am Allona, and once again, I am joined by Hunter.
Yeah.
Yeah, the lovely Hunter.
Hello, the aluminum Allona.
Aluminum?
Aluminum? I don't know. I forgot to come up with something again, as you can tell.
Well, it's aluminum or aluminium, depending on
I was
which
going for the
part
British
of
pronunciation, and I
Okay.
just, I didn't come up with it in time.
Okay, aluminium. Or if you're my mother-in-law, aluluman.
Are you saying I'm a mother-in-law?
Well, this is how she can't say aluminum. And it's actually very adorable. Hunter,
Yes.
what did you do this week?
Well, we did the Chaos Isle Fractal together, and some other Mockery people, and Celeste was there, and Panther, and Ocho, right?
Yes, who had not done many fractals.
Yeah, he had done like 3 or something. And that went pretty okay. Yeah, that was enjoyable. It was shorter than I thought it was going to be, and it was fun.
We were on a lower level, though.
Oh yeah, level 11, so we sort of breezed through it.
Also, we only did it the once, and I don't know if this is true or not, but I kind of get the impression that it might be different depending on
Level?
or when you go through.
Mm.
Maybe the bits you do are honestly, I don't know.
I
if
haven't
that's
talked
true or
with
not.
anyone about it other than you, so I don't know either.
Mm-hmm.
So I also forced people to do some of the other low-level fractals that I need, including the new Swamp Battleground and Molten Furnace, which went a lot faster, and fought both bosses in the new Swamp.
Yeah, I really liked how they changed that up.
Yeah. Again, it was easy because it was low-level stuff, and I just needed to, like, turn in a jungle worm egg to the Swamp Man's hut.
And you remembered.
Yeah, I forgot to do it a couple times. So I just need like 3 more things to get that portion of Ad Infinitum done. I also farmed the crap out of Bloodstone Fen, and now I have all but 1 achievement, like a few hidden achievements, and I didn't have them, and I just got one of them today, actually.
Ooh, I didn't know there were hidden achievements.
Well, one of them is the where you use the number 5 skill in a ley line.
Oh, right, I got that.
Yeah.
I must have got that. I don't remember getting an achievement for it. I just remember getting the death.
Well, we can check later, I suppose.
Yeah.
I have all the gliding skills, and I should have enough rubies for the backpack. So that's moving along.
Wow.
Yeah, I have 150 some. And I also did Crucible of Eternity and Twilight Harbor a few times. Did the cafeteria joke. I know you were waiting for that.
I wasn't there for that, though.
No, you weren't. It was mostly RO people. And I hung out gathering with you through like 3 zones, and my material storage is finally back to a place that's normal and full and not empty because of 2 gift of metals I made and the gift of wood that I made. And yeah, so that's moving along. Spirit bought me for my birthday the Ironclad glider, and I spent a bunch of time dyeing it properly for each character. So yeah, finally stopped using the bonus glider that came with Hot. And I purchased the remaining exotic guild weapon skins that I did not have, and most of the metal plates I need for the remaining plated weapons I need to buy.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, just collecting skins there basically, and we unlocked guild anthems in both Relics of War and Mock.
Yes.
And just spent like a half hour just playing them over and over again. They're only like several seconds long.
Mm-hmm.
It's just trying to figure out which is the favorite and which is not.
I may or may not have got my way.
Yeah, what did you end up going with?
We went with Jubilation.
Right. There was Jubilation and Whimsy. I think Jubilation is... it's fun. It fits Mock.
I love it so much. It sounds like Disney.
Yeah, it's very Disney-esque. And I think Spirit wants to go with one of the more serious ones, like Determination or
They're
Triumph.
all amazing, though.
Yeah, they're all quite good.
All the anthems are great. And there were many like, ooh, but it just didn't suit Mock, whereas Jubilation kind of suited Mock.
I don't think many people will choose the Anthem of Doom or the Anthem of, I don't know, Gloom or whatever.
They're pretty great, though.
They're very dour.
Well, yeah. Moody.
I think most people go with something more upbeat. But yeah. And finally, I played a lot of World vs. World this week. I finished off the Gift of Battle reward track. I started working on the Triumphant Armor track. I had a fun time during this one battle just putting a bunch of siege in Ogre Watch, which is in the Eternal Battlegrounds map. And I placed a supply trap out front. So at one point, the Zerg comes over the hill. They rush down to the door. They hit the supply trap. They realize they don't have enough supplies, so they go up to the supply camp that's right there. I slip out the front door of the tower, and I placed another supply trap. So they came back. They hit the supply trap. I'm hitting them with the arrow carts and the catapult. And thankfully, a bunch of allied people showed up, and we fought them off like 3 times in a row. It was fun.
Yeah, you were talking a lot about that when you were in there.
Yeah.
It. Like, and then this happened, and this happened.
Well, I was by myself, so it was a lot of fun defending and winning when you're by yourself, pretty much.
They basically, the one time went, oh, crap, and ran away.
Yeah. That's pretty much it for me this week. What did you do this week, Allona?
It took forever for me to even start writing down what I did this week, and then it just never stopped. Still no ring from Rendak. We've been doing that nearly every day.
Sometimes twice a day.
Sometimes for that dang ring. I was shaking my fist in the air. I did zone completion for one zone with my Necro, who's next closest on the list of being done for zone completion.
Mm-hmm.
Like you mentioned, did the new fractal with some peeps from Mock. And that was on our guild night. And it was really cool. And it was nice. Celeste was able to join us for some of that as well. I got Long Arm of the Light 2 achievement done with help from you and Panther. There were 3 I needed to do. And 2 of them we did, just the 2 of us, pretty easily.
Yeah.
But then Vara in Kessex was the last boss. And we almost gave up. Because
it was just the 2 of us.
Oh man, this guy is so mean. Eventually, we almost gave up, and then
a bunch of people showed up.
I had died and waypointed, and we were trying to decide what else to do, and you said, "Oh, there's people here, there's people here." So I ran back, and it was still a long fight
Yeah.
for being like one up from a starter zone. Like it was long.
Yeah, well, he kept, he would stun you, get rid of most of your health, then, stun you again, and then get rid of the rest of your health. So,
Yeah, the area of effects, although you did find out there was a kind of a gap.
yeah.
And so if you stood in that gap, you were kind of in a safe zone, but then he would just hit you with the different type of attack that would it didn't matter where you stood. It was just a bunch of red circles of death.
Yeah, I don't think the gap was clearly defined, but whatever.
It was on my map or on my screen.
Wow.
Like I could see where it was, but you kind of had to see it once to move into it.
Mm-hmm.
So in any event, I got that done, which is nice. You talked me through on how to get the wolf ranger pet from the PvP maps.
Yeah.
We were blue, so it made it pretty easy.
Yeah, I'm glad we finally got that done for you.
So now I have all the ranger pets. And since I had all the ranger pets, I got around this weekend to naming them all. I had an absolute blast doing it. And I tortured you while doing so.
A little.
A little.
Well, yeah.
Just like, they didn't make sense to you.
Well, some of them, very obscure references a lot of the time. Very obscure. You wouldn't expect anyone to make the connection, and I just, had to rack my brain. Why is this random word connected to this pet?
Like the jungle stalker that I named Kolchak.
Who is going to get that? Aside, I have a pretty extensive knowledge of pop culture, so I understand how I got it, but nobody else is going to get that.
Kolchak, the jungle stalker. It's not the night jungle stalker. Anyway, I had fun with it. Mm-hmm. I named my electric wyvern Avenue, which
yeah.
Panther got it. Panther got that one.
I got that one. I mean,
okay.
How could I not get that one when my electric wyvern is called Boogaloo?
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, good times. And then I completed Druid. So pretty sure all I have left to do is Rev/Herald. My Revenant is level 80, but I don't think I've done any unlocking of Herald whatsoever, so.
We'll work on it.
Yeah, we'll do it. It's not like I play Rev an awful lot, actually, but if Revenant could use an axe, I'd probably use it more. Or they can use axe, offhand, right?
Yeah.
Never mind, I take it back. Revenge of the Capricorn, the new PvP map, came up during one of the times I was doing some PvP, and I really enjoyed it. Now, granted, I don't have any frame of reference for the original, but I had a good time. I really liked its aesthetic. I liked the mechanics for it. I don't know how much of that was I was on a pretty good team. There are times where things just kind of click even without communication. Just people fall into a good pattern with each other. And that's what happened here. So I don't know how much of it was me liking the map and me liking this team. I also, during that one, noticed there's a lot of new interface things for PvP when you go in. And I thought that was interesting.
Oh yeah, well, you just reminded me about the new Fractal UI that we really like. Mm-hmm. It's quite good. It looks very smooth, very functional.
Informative.
Yes.
I helped a friend who upgraded to Heart of Thorns during the recent sale to get some waypoints, points of interest, vistas, masteries, hero challenges in Verdant Brink done. He was getting pretty frustrated because he wanted to be able to get to things right away, and the fact that you would have to level up masteries to then go back, and you'd have to do other zones and not finish this zone, because some people like to do all one zone before moving on.
Well, yeah, but in Hunt you really do have to do the work and get the updraft mastery and etc. So,
or pair with a Mesmer who has it all done and Portal, which is what I did a fair bit. Other than that, it was kind of just a half hour, an hour, one night. That was quite fun. I found myself in the possession of 25 Black Lion keys.
How? What? 25 Black Lion keys?
Yeah, I may have gotten A present from a friend of 25 black line keys.
To that friend, don't encourage her. What are you doing?
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. I was very excited.
Black line keys are the devil's things.
That was very, very astute. I've used 15 of them so far because I don't try to do it all at once. I try to portion it out a little bit. So far, I've got some really good RNG out of them, and I've opened not only on Allona, who typically has terrible RNG, but a few other characters as well. And I've got some Black Lion weapon skins, a couple full tickets, and even a home instance node. I think I got the Orion Truffle.
Yeah, so how close are you to having enough tickets for a full set?
I have 14 tickets
So
right now.
3 more?
I'm not sure. Maybe.
Something
I'd
like
have
that.
to check. Yeah. It's my goal to be able to get one full set of something. I did guild missions with Maven on Monday night, and I get serious anxiety from the competitive races. Doesn't stop me from doing them, but I get them.
Yeah, I got enough anxiety about that I don't really want to do the Maven guild missions anymore, because I've never had to make the noise that Bog makes people make, and I never want to.
Yeah, I get pretty anxious about it. And apparently, I also get anxiety from the respawning mines in the Stronghold of the Faithful Raid Wing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're pretty nerve-wracking. Like, they respawn seemingly at random, in my opinion.
And everyone who made it to Mock's Raid Night on Sunday was witness to my embarrassment of my incredible freak out. Because one spawned behind me, and as I was doing stuff, I may have screamed, mine! Like full on screamed. It was not a good scene.
Oh, that's funny you should say that, because you usually seem very calm and collected.
Okay, this was a level above normal. This was enough that I actually felt some mortification. Aside from that, though, we had a hard time with it, partly because at the time, I think it's been fixed, there was a bug that caused the warg that kills Glenna to teleport around, so it's virtually impossible to successfully complete that lane.
Mm-hmm.
The stupid mesmer wargs. Who decided wargs could become mesmers? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they fixed that.
I hope so, because that would be fun to do. And I did a ton of Bloodstone Fen, mostly for the dailies. I haven't done an awful lot of achievement hunting in there yet, or the Bloodstone gem, rubies things. Haven't done a lot of that. I discovered, however, that I love the #1 aerial attack that you get in that zone while you're gliding. I use it whenever I get a chance. So blue teleporty circles at Hablion, run into them, rain death from above, repeat. Unbound Guardian, run 2 nearby updrafts, rain death from above, repeat. Oh, it's so good.
Well,
it's so good.
At Hablion, there are those blue-ish sort of circles, and they will teleport you up in the sky, so you don't have to run to an updraft.
Yes.
Also, I like all of the skills, basically. I mean, the dodge on 4 it lacks, I don't know, it lasts for 1 second. It's not particularly important, but the #2 does a lot of CC, so I use that on Hablion. Just to share, Hablion.
Juste qu'à Hablion.
In French, I think they would say just to share. Anyway.
I don't think they would, but I have no idea.
Yeah, so the 2 does some CC, the 3 does some heals, and, the 5 is good for getting around. So yeah, I would get those skills if I were you guys.
And finally, still no ring from Rendak.
Did we not cover that earlier?
Yeah.
Really bitter about it, I guess.
I want the ring. Want the ring from Rendak. We live stream Wednesdays at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 6:30 p.m. Pacific Time at twitch.tv/MMO Reporter. You can subscribe to the audio version of the podcast on iTunes or Stitcher or Google Play. And remember to rate and view us so that other people know we are an actual for realies podcast.
Please.
And we do have a review 5 stars from Jojo from Streamwood42 from the US on July 3rd, 2016. Great show. I am rating. I am reviewing. This is a real podcast and they use real words. Great show if you love Guild Wars. Probably a decent show if you don't. For some reason, I missed that entire line every other time I read this. A nice variety of segments. If you only like a certain aspect of the game, there's a good chance they'll talk about it. Fun! And thank you very much, Jojo. From Streamwood.
Thanks, Jojo.
Think we're ready for another attack?
From land, air, or sea, we won't be caught off guard again.
Report from Lion's Arch.
Long live Lion's Arch.
We don't have as much news as last week, go figure. So, we may have partly made stuff up. But one thing we didn't make up is that there are new items in the gem store. Always new items in the gem store. There are Lord Codicus's sword and pistol for 600 gems each.
Yeah. 600 gems seems like a bit much for these skins. I don't find them particularly interesting. And I don't know, like they sell, what, Belinda's greatsword for 600? That's a two-handed weapon. It's huge. It's huge. Totally huge. But these are one-handed weapons. I don't know. They didn't impress me. What did you think?
I love the sword. I think there might have been an opportunity for them to bundle these two items together for maybe like 800 gems, though, because the pistol is much more, shall we say, subtle weapon. And it seems like 600 for it seems high, for sure. I kind of feel like the sword is okay for 600. Maybe 500?
I mean, they sell outfits for 700.
Well, sure, but there are some professions that can dual wield swords.
I guess. And
stuff like that. Or dual wield pistols or what have you. The pistol is nice. It's just very subtle. Like it's not really all that flashy for 600 gems. But then again, maybe people want the non-flashy.
Well, the only thing flashy about the sword is the hilt has that bloodstone gem on it.
And there is a pulsating red glow on the...
Oh, is there? I didn't see that.
On the blade.
All right.
Starting from the base of the hilt or top of the hilt. I don't know, wherever the blade hits the hilt. Up from there, it doesn't go the full length of the blade, but, up it a little bit. Mm-hmm. For this and the next item, I've included Dulfy's link, where there's video of all these things, so you can check them out. There's also Noble's Folly Pass for 1,000 gems. This one is like the Royal Terrace Pass or the Permanent Captain's Airship. Those are the only two other ones, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I'm not really interested in the pass, though. I have the Royal Terrace Pass already. I feel like they would have to design a pretty spectacular area to get my attention or tempt me to buying a new one.
I should mention this is in Verdant Brink, this particular one. I like they're introducing more of these. I think by having the airship and the Royal Terrace and this one, I don't think their intention is ever that one person has all of them or one character has all of them. I think it is kind of a way to spread out the population so that they're not all in Lion's Arch.
Well, it would begin Darren Fields or... Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah, you have some people that have the Royal Terrace Pass and they use that, or you have people that have bought the Captain's Airship and they go there, and now they have this one for Verdant Brink. I'm wondering if that's the reason why, just to spread out the population a little bit for when they're doing the crafting and trading and what have you.
Even so, I feel like there needs to be something that draws me to buying this, aside from just the fact that it's a new exclusive area.
Yeah, I don't think it's meant for you to want to buy it if you already have one of the others.
Fine.
It's what I'm saying.
Well, I disagree, but fine.
Okay.
There was a Blood Ruby acquisition guide at guildwarshub.com. I found it on Reddit, and it starts off saying, Blood Rubies are a map currency unique to Bloodstone Fen. These rubies are used to purchase ascended trinkets and a back piece that have selectable stats. One of the stat options for these new items is Vipers, which was previously only obtainable through raid rewards, except for the Mordrum Loop Ascended Amulet obtained through hot story achievements. This guide will explain all the different methods of obtaining blood rubies, and there's 3 maps of the varying levels of Bloodstone Fen showing node locations for mining, and there's a review of the major events and how many blood rubies you get from them, and it mentions that, there's a world versus world reward track, map completion, map bonus rewards from doing events, and you get blood rubies from story missions as well. Towards the end, there is a daily routine suggestion of mining as many bloodstone nodes as you can, from which you'll get about 10 rubies, doing meta events, which will get you 10 rubies, doing the dailies will get you about 4, altogether that'll get you about 25 blood rubies a day. They do recommend getting the home instance bloodstone node, which gives you about 3 blood rubies a day. Personally, I don't recommend getting that. It's 50 gold, and all you really get out of it is bloodstone dust and 3 rubies a day.
Well, it's 50 gold plus
10,000 unbound magic.
Yes.
That part I don't have too much trouble with. I've already got about 5,000 unbound magic. And at the same time, I bought all of the skills and some of those little loot bags that occasionally give out ascended materials. I haven't gotten any ascended materials. But in
conjunction with the 50 gold.
Yeah, in conjunction with 50 gold is too expensive. And you get too little out of it personally, I think. So I don't recommend getting it.
I'm a little surprised they did it that way and not as a rare reward or drop or something.
Yeah, I suppose. I don't know.
50 gold does seems like an awful lot.
Yeah. As well, this week, I stumbled across the Guild Wars 2 Tumblr, which I hadn't thought about in a really long time. And it's being linked on the Guild Wars 2 main page now. And I was just scrolling through, and there's just so much art that I've never seen before. Fan art. Mm-hmm. I recommend people go by and see it. That's all.
Yep.
Yep.
One of the nice things about their Tumblr page is how they've laid it out. It's very clean. It's very simple to, when you click, you just get the important stuff.
Yeah, it's not a mess.
It's not a mess.
It's not a mess.
Yeah, no, it's like it's a professional company has done it. Or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A graphic designer of some type.
Perhaps even.
Do you require my assistance?
Ask an Azura.
Excelsior!
So we do have 2 questions. One is from a listener who I am choosing to keep anonymous, even from Hunter, because they whispered me in game. So, just wanted to say hello. I always listen to the podcasts and really enjoy them. Keep up the great work. You make my commute to and from the office so much more enjoyable with your updates. I do have to ask, though, does Hunter ever like anything in the game? So, Hunter, I happen to know you do genuinely love the game.
Uh-huh.
And so I think this is opportunity for you to say what you do like about it.
I like most of the game. Like, the vast majority of the game is really fun, and I enjoy playing it pretty much every day. So if I criticize things, it's just because I play the game so much that the faults stand out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm allowed to criticize and enjoy a game at the same time, capital P.
Sounds like that you've decided that's what the name is. And not actually an emoticon that you're trying to type out. Anyone who whispers me in game, I just wanted to quickly say thank you so much. I always, always, always appreciate it. If you have at some point in the past whispered me or said something to me in the game and I haven't replied like at all, I clearly did not see it and I apologize. So if that's ever happened, I'm just putting that out there because if I see it, I will absolutely reply. And hopefully this listener is not offended that I am pulling this out to mention on the show for Ask an Azura. But it made me laugh so much.
Yeah, I'm not as friendly as Allona. So, I mean, go ahead and message Allona. She's fun to talk to, and she'll respond to you if she sees your message. And hashtag will as well, apparently, for some reason. If you want to message her about the show, since she's apparently famous from the show.
It's true. So anyway, thank you again for whispering, and I genuinely thought it was a good opportunity for Hunter to talk about what he liked about the game.
Which is most of everything, except for maybe
raids,
structured
and
PvP. Raids, yes.
All right. Next question.
Right. So whose daughter? So we got a email from IB Storage, who's a regular listener. Shows up in the stream chat quite often. Haven't seen them in a while, I don't think. But because I am a filthy casual, we're all filthy casual in some way. Anyway, because I am a filthy casual, who is the little girl that was pestering Ritlock during Ayre's memorial? But the bigger question I have is, she mentioned a magical sword her father has. Do we know this weapon? You are the bestest podcast, IB Storage.
Bestest podcast. So according to the wiki, which I will, for Ayre's memorial in Holbrook, which I will link in the show notes, her name is Nyla Dagdaughter, which I presume is also above her head when you talk to her, so you probably already know that. And she says it's her uncle Beamish's who has a magical sword, and really, honestly, Ivy, that is about all we know.
There's like one NPC named Dagnar, I think, and that maybe that could be the father, but I don't know. That's just conjecture. There's nothing else about this. We don't know anything, as far as I can tell.
Nyla has her own wiki page, but really all it says is that she is in this instance.
Yeah.
And that's about it. Now, your question did make me curious about that. She's the little girl who comes up with the Fate's Razor.
Oh, yeah. And Ritlock Trombone.
Which is an awesome name.
Mm-hmm. Gonna start using that from now on.
Yep. So we do not know. I am curious about this magical sword. I hope it goes somewhere, to be perfectly honest.
I find it unlikely that it'll go somewhere. I think it's just there for flavor, but, it's interesting.
Hunter Joy Killer.
I'm sorry. Jeez.
That is your name.
I am realistic, that's all.
I'd say it's more like pessimism, to be honest, but,
Le gasp!
I think, it's a really great opportunity, and I really did love the Ritlock trombone line. It made me lol unabashedly.
Who is this stranger?
Oh, hi, guys.
Hey, Celeste.
How are y'all?
We're good. You're here and exist.
I do exist, just like this podcast.
With words.
Yes.
Thank you for jumping in on that and coming to the defense.
Yeah.
Or not defense.
Defense against realism.
We all know that Hunter is grumpy and hates everything, so...
He doesn't. But, well, half that is true.
Oh, I'm glad we can agree on that at least.
So the game was, oh no, magic gone wild. The energy being left untapped by the dragons has begun to twist the wildlife of Tyria. What new playable race arises from the current in-game wildlife? And we got 2 entries from Irish Dog. The first one is, in recent months after the fall of Mordremoth, praise Morty, resources have become scarce. Some would say it's simple demand for war efforts. Others say guild halls are depleting the market. But the truth is far more worrying and strange. With the influx of ley energy, the environment is seeing its effects. The resource nodes, which heroes depend on, have been subjected to so much magic, not only from ley lines, but also from Evan's unlimited gathering tools. And they've gained sentience. You may be wondering how we gathered this info. While being watched, the nodes remain still to camouflage with the environment. But when they think they're not being watched, they sprout many tiny legs and start wandering. Unfortunately, their natural instinct when spotted is to sit still. The effect this new race will have against the elder dragons is unknown. We haven't been able to communicate with them yet. Yes, gathering tools have become sentient. So that was the first entry.
For entry 2, for years we've been hunted and slaughtered for nothing more than pure amusement. We've never been able to fight against the wolves, ugly two-heads, or the dead giants, and especially not the fancy giants. With the death of both the dead and planty serpent titans, we have gained awareness, sentience. We can communicate, we can fight. So, my fellow ambient creatures, hunt down the running ore and wood, craft some weapons, take up arms, and figure out this magic thing. For we, the rabbits, birds, raccoons, and chickens, shall kill the other evil serpent titans and gain enlightenment. But first, we kill the oppressors, the horned cats, the floppy-eared imps, leafy people, the mundane people, and the strange-smelling giants.
Well done, Celeste.
I was going to say, first time through, first time back on the podcast. I'm killing this.
All right, so this one's a group effort. We got an entry from Particle Shift.
I swear, Counselor Haya is going to pocket all of my discoveries. I'll be lucky if there's even a Mark II converter left in the lab. Gollum, did you move all of CM1 subjects to Lab Beta?
Error. Lab Beta not found.
Here, did you bring them to the Beta Lab?
Error. This location is your basement.
Rename basement to Lab Beta. Status of CM1 subjects.
Subjects B and V, positive results at Lab Beta.
Gollum, start recording and include audio.
Error, recording in progress.
Oh. Greetings, fantastic podcasting people. Particle Shift here again. So, leyline overflow messing with creatures? I have been feeding a few lab subjects crystallized magic to see the effect, and here we have, by the eternal alchemy. Open the cage of Subject B, you malfunctioning idiot. I'm so sorry. Let's get you out of there. Don't worry, sir. Madam? Gollum, fire up the gate. Right this way, please. We would never experiment on Tengu. My Gollum mistook you for a Moa.
Test Subject B is a...
Shh. Right through this gate. Right. Such an accent. And there we go. Gollum, what happened to the Moa?
Error. Test Subject B was released through the gate.
But then... Right, so let's get a look at Subject V. Here we have a bunny-fed crystallized magic, and it's... Wait, is that conduit tuning wand in its hand? Paw?
Subject V has requested parts and tools.
Why did you supply... Ah!
Request acknowledged. Opening container. Translating. Thank you for beating the dragon and for the magic. Sending. Ta-da!
And scene.
Bows.
And scene. I got to play a Tengu!
This may be your only opportunity.
Shush, you! You are now Celeste Joy Killer. Distant cousin of Hunter Joy Killer. We also got an entry from IB Storage through email. Their creature is, I have proof of the new creatures created by the Leyline energies, and the creature's name is the Veil Guardian. This is the prime example of what would happen to a nice, innocent spark elemental that got too close to Ley energy for a long period of time. My other idea for a new creature would be the oozes. If something as simple as a spark elemental can turn into the Guardian, the oozes, which are underground a lot anyways, would definitely run into a lot of Ley energy. I was first thinking that the Veil Guardian was an unholy union between the sparks and the oozes with the Ley energy. Love listening, IB Storage. Thanks, IB. And thanks for sending, I like the photographic backup with the showing the similarities between the sparks and the Veil Guardian. So I also came up with an entry. A good new sentient race, I feel, would be Norn, but I kid. Norn. Clearly my answer is wargs, because they already apparently are mesmers. So we're halfway there.
Yeah. I think it should be scale. Currently, scale are very primitive, but in Guild Wars 1, there were some signs of sentience, and I'll quote the wiki here. Although apparently primitive creatures, the scale, at least those in Istan, worship a powerful ancient scale by the name of Moavukal.
Sorry?
What is so funny? Did I pronounce that wrong?
No. It's just like...
It sounds like
Moa
Cal the Moa.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Istani scales are also known to have a Lord Jerpa.
Okay. I might actually worship something if their name was Jerpa. Oh, praise Jerpa and Morty. That'd be awesome. Or did you have one, Celeste, you wanted to include?
Oh, God, no. I jumped in this. I am not prepared.
You are not prepared. The next game is Halls of What? If you could design a guild hall, where would it be and what is its theme? The example given is Radanova's Lab 46. Newly unearthed lab deep below Tangled Depths. Large Azuran equipment. Coolant lake below.
Tales of Tyria.
So Guild Wars 2 actually tweeted this out, and I had been looking for a while for some more culinary cosplay and not been having a whole lot of luck. And Guild Wars 2 tweeted out this pixelated provisions recipe from lemongrass poultry soup, and it looks super good. Super duper good. The website is great. I highly recommend. I might actually copy and paste this into chat, because the way that the recipes are written out with photos explaining each step, I mean, just from a basic website for recipes, it's incredibly well done. But this soup looks amazing, I gotta say.
Did they actually go for like a bowl that matches the icon in the game?
It does appear that way.
Yeah.
Oh, that's extensive. That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm. I'm thinking about making this sometime soon. It looks really good. I believe we showed one of their recipes before. They did the candy corn cake.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks super good as well, even though I don't like candy corns. And
so I was watching Twitter one day, and at Chronomancer drew a chibi drawing for at Guild Lores on Twitter, and it's just an extremely well done chibi drawing of one of her characters. This would be Cora, who also does the Shadow of the Dragon podcast now, and it was just really good.
Yeah, and I am totally not going to lie, I am super jealous.
Yeah, anyone
of
would
this
be.
chibi drawing.
Yeah, the comparison between the actual screenshot of the character and the chibi drawing is crazy.
Yeah.
It's very well done.
Dem skills. Love it. Love it so much. You are very lucky, Cora, because this is lovely. Not jealous at all.
Nope.
So that's sort of the show.
Yeah.
Or is it?
Surprise! We're having a very special episode next week. There will be contests, there will be giveaways, there will be blood. Well, not so much blood, more like bloodstone. But at any rate, we'd love for you to join us for the simultaneous 5th anniversary and 200th episode of Guild Wars Reporter. We're starting at our usual time, 9:30 Eastern, 6:30 Pacific, so please, please, please come and win some stuff. We're still populating the list, but I know that there's at least a few t-shirts.
Oh, you're sending out some t-shirts.
And possibly gem giveaways.
I might give away a skin or something.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
As mentioned, a couple skins from Black Lion chests. So there might be that happening.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
So definitely stop by and spend time with us and win some stuff.
Yeah.
And you know what, Celeste?
What?
I want you to do the closure.
Oh, okay.
Because it makes you happy.
All right. So thank you, Allona and Hunter, for letting me be on the show. Thank you, chat room, for being very, very chatty. Believe it or not, I was keeping my eye on you all. Lurking. Always lurking. And thank you for downloading the show. We hope that you enjoyed it. We hope that you come back again next week. But most importantly, we hope to see you in-game. She just wanted to do a little jingle. That's all it was.
Legion calls.
So if you have a community event that you would like for us to share, go ahead and send us an email.
Seize the moment.
And if you've got a burning question or for our Ask an Azura segment, just let us know.
I'm selling. You buying?
We have coupon codes for Doghouse Systems. Use the coupon code MMO Reporter at doghousesystems.com to get an additional 120 gigabyte Super Star Destroyer drive for free on their next build.
No free samples.
Patreon page. If you're in love with the show or the network, please consider becoming a patron on our Patreon page.
Thanks for pitching in.
In the very least, it helps us keep the metaphorical lights on. So check it out at patreon.com/MMO Reporter.
That fulfills my needs. Thanks so much.
audibletrial.com/MMO Reporter. Books!
Books, now with sound!
Knowledge is the greatest treasure.
If you want a free audiobook, you should go to audibletrial.com/MMO Reporter.
That's valuable.
So, Allona, if people want to get in contact with us, how would they do so?
They would email us at gwreporter@mmoreporter.com. Twitter is @gwreporter. Our website is guildwarsreporter.com.
You must visit more often.
Voicemail is 616-666-6778, or use the widget on the right-hand side of the website. Our YouTube channel is MMO Reporter Network, and remember to like our videos and subscribe to the GW Reporter playlist. And if you feel like it, wander around and see what other shows are on the network that you might enjoy.
You are a welcome guest.
Facebook is GW Reporter. Tumblr is gwreporter.tumblr.com.
So you can reach me on Twitter. My Twitter handle is clouded_chimera. You spell chimera CHIMERA.
Find me at Hunter's Insight.
I was not prepared.
Allona may be found at One Big Pair.
As in PEAR.
And Celeste at Selly Uki.
CELEOOKIE.
Yeah, or you can visit us in-game. I'm onebigpair.1249.
In-game account is Clouded Chimera, all one word, 0.9670. Send me a mail, give me a whisper. I'm always willing to chat and help you out with whatever you need.
And I'm Sellyuki.5046.
Thanks to our fantastic chat room. You were busy and awesome and super cool tonight, so thanks a lot for coming out and recording with us. But most importantly, we hope to see you in game.
May the spirits of the wild watch over you.
Good hunting.
Keep your blade sharp and your powder dry.
Take care of yourself.
May the Six watch over you.
Until next time.
You're so mean.
Well, she's correcting us in real time as we try to record a podcast. Thanks, hashtag.
Thank you, hashtag.
Don't genuinely thank her.
I do.
Okay, fine.
Are you going to talk about this one that has your name beside it?
It's almost like we split up the show and it doesn't matter.
So we're going to continue, or did you want to talk about your bit before we move on?
Oh no, I'll happily help read and stuff like that.
Okay. Well then, I'm going to give you this.
Okay.
And I will start. And also, did we want Celeste to do? We have a bit,
the blue,
bit of a
the blue bits.
Did you?
And the brown bits and the green bit and that as well.
No, that's me.
Oh,
that's still
me. I don't think it is, but
no. Yes, it is, because that belongs to this. They belong together.
All right. professional podcast.
Please help the professional podcasters.
Do the jingle, Hunter.
Yes. Professional podcast.
Professional podcast.
Email. And that's where the images are as well. If you
Hi,
want to grab those.
Celeste.
And Cal says hello.
Hello.
All right. Stopping recording.
Thanks for watching the video, everybody. Don't forget to check out all the other podcasts at mmoreporter.com or by clicking on any of the links here. And please check out our Patreon campaign at patreon.com/mmoreporter. Thanks, everyone, and see you in game.